You got good eyes. You know your watches then.
Yeah, I know watches, man. I know watches really well, so I'm not gonna lie. I like watches a lot. I'm like a fan.
Yeah, man. Love that.
Okay, let me post it on the Discord and
Oh,
Telegram.
no.
What?
It's
You
got
spilled?
Yeah, look.
Happens.
Happens, yeah.
At the very moment that I pressed go live button, Ken spilled on himself. Perfect. Okay, Angel, we can see the live streams twice.
Yeah, my bad. My bad.
No problem. Okay, hello guys. I'm gonna just notify briefly Discord and Telegram community to let others know that we are live and we can dive in.
Mm-hmm.
Sir.
Sorry, one moment, guys. I was trying to scare a cat.
Yeah,
Lord,
sure.
'cause it was shitting everywhere the other day. One moment. All right, sorted. Sorry, cat fans. I'm not a cat fan. I like dogs, but I don't like cats.
Yeah, the same. Me, the same.
Oh, Angel, you got some cats there at home?
I do have a dog. He's here. I can show you guys. Come
I
in.
think I've seen your dog, man. I like your dog. I think I've seen it on Instagram.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Okay.
Let me show you guys. He's here.
Oh, nice. Is it I don't think is it a golden retriever?
Yeah, it's a golden.
Yeah.
Knew it. Yeah. Nice.
This is still a puppy though. He's just 1 year. He just turned it 1 year. Okay, so now he wants to play. Now we're working, buddy.
All right. Message sent. So we can dive in. Everyone else will catch up. So
Awesome.
we had bank decisions last week, didn't we? ECB, Bank of England. Did I miss some? And do we have Fed? Fed.
No, the FMC was the week before that.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Did you mention Bank of Japan?
One more, no? Australia, and Australia.
Oh, Australia, sorry.
Yeah, Australia. Yeah. So we can kick off probably with that because I don't think something particularly important changed. I think ECB and Bank of England was kind of balanced, so not too much happened. Of course, there was a little bit more bullish momentum, if you can correct me then, but I think that was because with the Bank of England, there were more members expected to go for the rate cut now, and with the ECB, I think that was caused mostly. Can I hear something? Oh,
Yeah, that's my bad.
oh, sorry. Yeah, right. With the ECB, I think that was due to economic data. Again, balance. I don't think that they're gonna. No one actually thinks they're gonna cut until the next year. So the only question that is on the table is Fed. Do you think they're gonna still deliver the rate cut this year?
Well, we'll know on data. I mean, I'll wait for that NFP number. That's what everyone's waiting for. So, but we had some progress over the weekend.
On a shutdown.
Yeah. This is why I tweeted about dip buying for stocks for indices. I managed to get in some longs on NAS. I haven't traded indices for a while, but it looked like a no freaking brainer. We've just printed a new higher low, and now obviously we're going to push the upside. We had the news there, so I think stocks are a good play this week. It looks like indices futures look great. Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, Baba.
I'm gonna finish a couple of charts. Do you want to dive in, or should I?
Yeah. I'll have a little skimmy through.
All right.
I'll start off what I'm active in, and then I will.
Is there Euro US dollar that you're active in? Because I'm eyeing that right now.
No. I'm not interested in dollar right now. Do you know what? Let me just quickly show why I'm not interested in dollar right now. So obviously dollar structure. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah, we can.
So dollar structure, obviously, we're printing. It's very clean. We've been printing higher highs, higher lows. I'm just waiting for this confirmation of this higher low, where it's going to be. Obviously, we've got demand here at 99.50, but it's possible we pull back a little bit further towards sort of 99.20. So I'm not convinced yet. I'm sort of hand sitting, subject to. But I do want to see that resume into the upside. It's at any given moment it will break out. But I just don't know whether we're going to come all the way down first a little bit more before we dip by. But I think, those longs will come into play. I'll quickly go on to, so one moment, where indices. Yeah, so guys, obviously, as I said, we've had that progress with the US government shutdown. The funding bill was passed through Senate. It had 60 votes or something along those lines that it needed to get through to the next stage. So we're progressing along nicely. So this government shutdown the end is near. NASDAQ, we had a pullback last week, right? I'm sorry, I'm only touching. Angel obviously is going to go into obviously from his side. I'm just quickly touching.
Yeah, pretty much the analysis, it's looking the same. I say like different approaches are actually aligning itself with this pullback. So you can go ahead. It's going to be pretty much the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I'll just touch upon it because I just took a trade for it more or less at the open. So so I was expecting obviously dip buying because of this development with the government shutdown progress. Obviously, it's a very clear as day technical. We had the bullish pin bar, and then on the rejection, the support of this structure, the trend line bounce, and then obviously I was looking for that continuation today. So I managed to catch longs once prices settled a little bit at the open it was around 25 to 55. So down here, about here, I caught some longs and I'm looking for that hopefully to just convincingly break through this pullback structure where we're printing lower highs, lower lows and just extend and go towards sort of 26K. I mean, that's a conservative target. There's no reason as to why we can't go to a higher high, which would obviously be an all-time high for NAS. And the same thing with US 30, really, which obviously Angel will go into, but we've more or less sort of structured to the upside. I'm eyeing up and I'm waiting for, so we've got GBP CAD longs, okay, right now. Not right now, but I'm looking at them. We've had, again, it's the same sort of thing where I'm just looking at clean structures, guys, and we've got potential that here for GBP CAD. We've formed a higher low here. Obviously, we've had a little bit of a pullback on a daily right now, but this pullback for me is just a near-term pullback. We're printing lower highs, lower lows, but watch this breakout. So I'm looking at longs once we get a nice clean breakout of this pullback structure here, and then I'm going to be looking at that resuming to the upside and going for I'll be conservative and come up to sort of 87s, but there's no reason as to why this can't come up to 88s. And I have similar view with EuroCAD. Now, the reason why CAD's a little bit stronger today, ever so marginally, is just it's catching the tail end of the risk appetite. So we have risk appetite because of this US government shutdown that's making progress. So remember, CAD is a commodity-linked currency, so that's why CAD's a little bit stronger. But don't get it twisted; it will come back under pressure. As with oil's, as I said, it's going to come down to $55 and maybe $50. So same thing here with EuroCAD, without boring your details, but it's the same thing, higher low. And looking for this to extend to the upside. I've just had a bit of a pullback, but I'm expecting this to just break out to the upside, but we're just moving a little bit slowly today. But this will run to the north. I had longs, so I do have longs running. I've had longs running from last week. They're basically at break even right now, 62s. But I clipped some profits there last Thursday, up just shy of 63s. But I have two positions running for 64s and then 66s. Okay, so 64s here and then 66, up here. And that will go to higher territory. I'm pretty strongly convinced on that. There are other things that I'm like a look off, but I'll let Jake sort of take over for a bit. And then I'll carry on, Jake, if you want to go into what you're looking for.
Yeah, sure, sorry, definitely.
Take the mic.
I'm just checking the euro, Canadian euro, because I liked it as well. Too bad that I didn't catch the euro New Zealand dollar, but I'm still bullish on euro. Nothing changed for me because I don't think that ECB will get back on a rate cutting cycle somewhere soon. Definitely not this year. We'll see what happens next year. So I don't see a possibility of some sort of a hawkish statement from ECB at this point, which should be safe. And Yeah, but both Euro Canadian or Euro New Zealand dollar looking good for longs. Just waiting for the correction on Euro New Zealand dollar. I can even share the screen. Let me just open the trading view and
Yeah, man.
where's the share the screen? I was hoping that you basically are trading the Euro US dollar because I'm not very sure what I'm about to do, relying more on a technical now, which is not my field. So let me just open here. Yeah, perfect. So I would like to go back on the shorts with dollar's momentum, if dollar momentum will return. But then if we get again, because as you said, there are some advances with the government shutdown, but the bill was not passed yet. So if that would happen, we can see going even higher. So I would like to sell where is it right now at around 1.158, aiming back towards like the new lower low possibly, or at least 1.15. Yet it's kind of risky now because we might just be bouncing till we have some progress in between those two zones, which is 1.153 and 1.158. I will be probably taking some shorts, but it's kind of risky. So guys, no financial advice, of course, but I'll be probably taking some, at least for a few upcoming days. Let me see what's the it's 30 pips to that zone. It's not much, and I kind of like what's happening here on a structure as a candlestick structure. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, then we still got the euro pound, where I'm also eyeing back again towards the longs. We've been discussing the longs, but we've missed this because I said we're gonna go lower to 0.875, and then we can basically create a new higher high. We bounced already, and now I think it's gonna happen pretty much the same. I'm just waiting for some sort of a confirmation, but possibly we can drew some sort of a flag on it, and once we break above that, I think new higher is expected above 0.883. So now I'm at a crossroad here as well because I don't want to miss the longs again. At the same time, I still think that we're going to create one more lower low before going up. But yeah, overall, in the midterm and long term, still very bullish on euro. And the same goes for euro Canadian dollar. As you said, we are kind of now at a good level, 1.62.
We are. Yeah, this is nice. It's nice. You can see that. It's
and the
holding,
pullback of that bearish candle looks actually very decent.
Join me, Jake. Join me.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't want to trade pound. That's the thing, because I don't have much of an analysis for pound. So
Yeah, fair.
I'm left with the euro and Swiss franc again, and I don't want to trade New Zealand dollar Swiss franc for the rest of my life. So I'll be probably joining the euro cat. Yeah.
Nice.
Do you think we can bounce now and just go long?
Yeah.
Is that your scenario?
Yeah. So where we're at right now, I look at pivots as well, and we're sitting on the pivot for today around sort of 62.00. But if that doesn't hold, then we'll just come. There's basically this big ass trend line, which is supporting structure that you may have seen on my screen. But we could come down to even a little bit lower if that doesn't hold, towards 61.70 perhaps.
61.70.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'd be surprised if it does. But if it does, but I think that'll be down from there.
No,
anyway.
I think once we break below this, the 62 and 61.8, I think if we get to this zone,
It's danger.
I think market will create new low lows before going back towards the upside. So I think if we're not gonna bounce here, we're gonna bounce probably somewhere there.
Yeah, fair.
Because usually it happens when you're that close from lower low. Markets usually take those lows.
Yeah. Well, right now we've had a couple of, we're just basically flirting with the Asian range low, and we've just been doing that all day. So I think we're trying to regather some upside momentum. Maybe this is it now. We take this move now.
Yeah,
As
looks like
volume
it
picks up.
actually.
Yeah,
We're
but
getting some volume though.
we are. Well, yeah, we're heading to obviously. Well, this is where Canadian and US traders come into play now. So, but I think keep in mind, you know what? Tomorrow we have Canadian US bank holiday. Is it Thanksgiving? No, Veterans Day. Veterans Day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, these guys are out tomorrow. So I don't know if they're taking a long weekend as well. Maybe.
Yeah.
Possible.
We also have no news from Canada this week. We've got Europe. Europe is on Friday. The GDPs. We've got a German and French CPI Wednesday and then Friday. So I don't expect any influence on the market. If, of course, the forecast is going to be met. So yeah, not much of a news for this pair, which you might say it will just go fundamentally just in the general direction, which should be towards the upside. And now we get in some bearish momentum from Canadian dollars. I'm just checking if it's euro or Canadian dollar, but it's actually Canadian dollar. So hopefully we're going to go down again. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might be actually considering it with some sort of a tight stop loss. Because how much is it now? Let me just check. Because I did an Instagram poll recently, actually last week, and I just was asking traders what they want us to trade in one for E81 evaluation and 200K. So I'll be trading this starting today, and I don't want my first trade to end up in the drawdown. Which happens, it's 30 pips below the lower low, which is not bad. Yeah, I'll probably take that chance. Still not convinced, but yeah, we're getting the momentum. Kind of getting the FOMO now. We'll see. I'm gonna probably analyze a few more pairs. If you don't have anything else now, Ken,
Yeah, I'll just I've got longs running with UJ as well at the moment.
Euro Japan is in.
Yeah, the reason being is I think we spoke about it before, but you know, Japan, as I said, these guys aren't going to be hiking. You know, we've got the new dovish, the new government are in favor of lower taxes and they want stimulus basically. So the BOJ we know are not going to hike for a while. And then obviously we're going to have this interest rate differential between the FOMC and Japan. The FOMC are not going to be cutting that fast. You know, they've made it clear. So there's still that difference. And then the risk appetite, you know, the government shut down now. So yeah, I managed to get some longs on UJ at around sort of 53.50, which is running nicely at the moment. But obviously we've had a gap to the upside on the funding, on the government shutdown progress. But look at structure. Look at it. It's clean. Higher highs, higher lows, all that good stuff.
Even from higher time frames, yeah, it looks good. And definitely, I don't think that we're going to stop at this resistance. What is it? No. 154.3 or this entire block, basically. I don't think it's going to hold up. So, yeah, the chances of going above 154.5 is very high, and even more than that. How much is it? Is it 50 pips almost? Yeah.
I think like when I look even on the monthly, right? There was a little bit of monthly resistance previously at 150, 152, but like next major monthly resistance for me when I look left is into 158. At the end of 2024, early 2025, we were up at 158. And then the same again in the summer months of 2024, we were up at 158. That's the next major area. Like, look at it.
That's true. 160, yeah. Actually, psychological number.
Yeah. Psychological 160, yeah. So I think this has got room to run.
It's true. I might be, oh my God, yeah. Do we now get some sort of a correction for better entries, or is that it?
Well, look, we're right now where when you look on the daily, we're trying to print a higher high. You know, we've got the highs there from last Tuesday, which I think we're going to take out from last week, excuse me, where we topped out at what, 54.50. So yeah, I think we're going to try and grind that down before we get a pullback personally. But let's see.
I actually agree.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it makes sense. Make a lot of sense. Japanese yen still the weakest for me, as well as New Zealand dollar. There's not much that can change in the benefit of Japanese yen. So, okay, yeah, that's a decent trade.
Yeah, my man.
Now I've got more to choose from. Perfect. I know what my first trade's gonna be. Definitely the three trades that we discussed here. Definitely, I'm taking the one that's going to lose.
Yeah.
It's almost certain.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay. Yeah. Angel, do you want to take over and I'll go to some charts as well?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, perfect. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen.
Okay, so can we confirm, guys, if the government shutdown is over?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Unfortunately, not yet. Yeah, the bill is not passed yet, but it's getting closer.
It's getting there. Yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah, because I was reading this morning, but I wasn't like 100% sure, so I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Let me just share the screen a little quick. All right. So as you guys know, starting this month, I've been trading out this 5E8 signature accounts, because if you guys are trading futures on the platform, you can actually do copy trading between the 5 accounts that you have. So you can set one account as a leader, and then you can just copy trade all the other accounts. You can have up to 5 accounts if you're trading futures with us. So guys, just don't miss out that opportunity. The last week, I'm up over 1%. Last week, I had just 2 losing days, 2 winning days last week. So I'm going to be pretty much keeping up with you guys with the results on these accounts. Since my best trading day right now is $2,700, I need to make around $8,000 to actually be eligible for a payout. So let's see how the month goes. Right, this month, since the first, it's been like different, at least for futures, because now we have a lot of movements during the sessions. After the opening bell, we can see a lot of opportunities to take longs, to take shorts, and in the previous months, that wasn't happening. We had like less opportunities to trade, so I guess it's just like the volatility of December kicking in the markets. So that's actually really interesting. Looking at the Nasdaq right now, pretty much it aligns a lot with the analysis from Ken earlier. But based on my view right now, if you guys see here, we do have a gap, right, on the weekly time frame between this candle, right, and this candle. You guys see this big gap right here. So we can see the way we had a pullback, right? We traded. We tapped into the gap, and now we are rejecting the gap right here. So we can expect a price to print a new higher high, right? I wasn't expecting much from today or tomorrow, because tomorrow is holidays, Veterans Day. So we might see a lot of, weird moves in the market, slippage, wide spreads, etc. But keeping in mind, like the last holiday that we had, the price just traded in one direction with no pullback. We had a lot of momentum. So I will say that we might see movements tomorrow and today as well, right? Based on that. So we have this rejection here on the weekly time frame from that gap. And if you also know about order blocks, I'm not sure if you guys trade order blocks or not. You guys can confirm in the chat. We have a weekly order block here. I don't personally trade order blocks at all, but it's clear here that we have this engulfing candle here. So we have this sell candle right here, this bear candle, and then we have this bullish candle right here. So this pretty much is an order block, right? But I'm pretty much just basing my analysis on this gap right here on the weekly time frame. If you go to the 4-hour, right after this rejection, let me just take out this real quick. After this rejection, we have a gap on the 4-hour that has been disrespected, right? Which is this one. Right, this gap right here. And the price is now turning bullish, right? On the lower time frames, higher time frames. So this is the 4-hour. So as for today, I want to see then the price retracement back into this gap on the 4-hour, which is all this area right here. And then you reject to trade higher, right? The cleanest target for today, if we go to the daily time frame, because escape that one, is going to be this high right here, right? Just as Ken told earlier, why not the all-time high? You have to keep that in mind because we have a gap right here. I'm pretty sure you guys can see this gap. So what can happen? Yes, we can have a movement to the upside today, tomorrow, during the week, but you need to keep in mind what's going to happen here because now we will be trading between 2 points of interest, which will be the weekly gap and now this daily gap. So the price will be trapped. When we will confirm that we're going to trade higher towards all-time high, when we see some sort of daily candle, in this case, closing above this gap right here. So that's going to tell us that now we're going to take this high. But the target is going to be trading towards this gap right here because after this gap, we can easily see rejection or a reaction. And then we could just trade higher from there or just starting to trade lower. And then we could just range in case we're not going to trade lower or higher, right? But right now it's clean because we are actually taking liquidity from this previous low right here. We are just rejecting a higher time frame gap. And then we have this candle formation here that it's actually telling us that we're going to trade higher now. So this high and this high are the targets that you guys should be looking if you're going to take longs here in NASDAQ, which will be 25,900 pretty much. It's going to be the target. If we go to the hourly time frame, what we can see here is that right now we are respecting then this hourly gap, right? So we're respecting this hourly gap. The open, it's right now, I think, yes, right now we will see the open. So if we have a nice closure after the open rejecting this gap, I'm going to be looking for longs right now towards this high, right? This will be my target for today on the NASDAQ. Let me go to the 15-minute real quick. Yep. So it looks like just a continuation day because Asia trades higher, London trades higher, and then we're actually seeing a push higher just as New York is opening, right? Okay. So the way I'm going to manage my trading today is going to be this is going to be the target. If we sweep that high, then I'm just going to stop trading. But right now I'm just gonna wait then on the 5-minute. I'm going to wait until I see a gap on the 5-minute, right? If there's a gap on the 5-minute that just forms, and then I'm going to wait for the price to tap into that gap, and I'm going to take a long towards the high. It's gonna pretty much the play game that I'm going to be waiting for today, guys, on the NASDAQ. Okay, so let me see if I have any questions here. Okay, no questions, no further questions. Okay, let me take a look to ES right here in the daily time frame. Okay, so this one does not have a gap here on the left, so that's actually interesting. It makes me think that it's getting more bullish and bullish right now. If we go to the 4-hour, I really wanted to see a retracement back into this gap, and I'm going to tell you why, guys. Because if we use a Fibonacci from this low into this high, we will want to see some sort of discount to actually trade this movement, right? Because the price eventually is going to retrace, and you just don't want to just take the long, getting stopped out, and then the price just bounce and start trading higher. So it's better always to wait for a discount in this case. And if you see the 50% is just matching with this gap right here. But every single time frame right now is bullish. So if I don't see the pullback, then I'm just gonna trade the lower time frame, which will be like M15, 1 hour, 5 minutes. If you see, let me see if there's a gap here in the hourly time frame that is pretty much, yep, there's another gap here. As you guys can see, this gap right here, right? We are rejecting this gap on the open. And now we have a closer high right here. Okay, so this high is closer, actually, for ES than the NASDAQ, right? So ES, SP500, is likely to take this high first than the NASDAQ. So if ES takes the high, then I'm going to stop trading because that's going to be the target for today, right? Even if NASDAQ did not take the high yet. So this is a good target for you to keep in mind if you're going to take longs. This high on ES, right? Once this high gets taken, you stop. You get the long. Let's see if we can catch something between this gap right here to this high. It's going to be the target I'm going to be looking at. Let me just go to the 5 minute. Real quick. Same play here. I'm going to wait until a 5 minute gap is open to the upside, and I'm just going to wait after that gap. Let's see if we see the gap here, and then we have a nice candle here. Then I'm going to wait for a retracement back. I'm going to take longs and protect the most obvious low that we have, and my target is going to be that high. That's for the SP500. Let me just check to YM. The Dow. Okay, now we're trading actually higher on the Dow as well. Everything looks so bullish. It's funny because in the last, I don't know, 3 to 4 weeks, I've been pretty much just telling you guys I'm going to be bullish. I'm going to be looking for longs on every single stream. So it's funny because all you need is just to wait for a pullback. Of course, there are chances that we're going to take shorts. I actually took a short last week because I was actually expecting a pullback to the gap. So it was clear to me. So right now, pretty much the same YM. We have a rejection, clear candle rejection right here. If we go to the 4 hour, I don't think the price is going to pull back right here because the way this is looking, right, on the 4 hour, if you look at these candles, this doesn't look like it's going to pull back pretty much. And we do have actually the price already tapped into this gap on the 4 hour on the YM, right? This is the one that I'm waiting on NASDAQ on SP500. So I don't really need the price to tap here again to actually take out this high or even this high, right? But this high is going to be the target for today. If we go to the hourly time frame, we have what? We have another gap that here, which is actually rejecting. You guys can see the price trading higher, right? So pretty much the same play right here for today on the YM. Let me just go to the 5 minute. Okay, so now we have a gap on the 5 minute. Okay, YM is cleaner. We have a gap on the 5 minute. I will want to see then a retracement back into this gap. Right, I'm going to protect the low of the gap, and I'm going to take out this high as a target. Right, this is almost a 2-hour trade. You can also, guys, when we tap into this gap on the 5 minute, you can go to a lower time frame and wait for the exact same approach on a lower time frame. But for me, I'm just going to stick to the 5 minute here because it's just cleaner, it's less noise. So I want to see the net retracement. If we take out that high immediately, then I'm going to just be more careful on the plan that I'm going on the trading that I'm going to do today, because then there are going to be no targets left, and then we can just chop the rest of the day because today is Monday. We don't have no news. That's it. So let's say YM just take out this high, right, immediately. And there's no pullback. And then we can just expect like the entire session to chop around right here, which is going to be like not the best conditions to trade. You have to avoid that. But yeah, so targets are played clean. We have already this setup that we want to see. Then I would just want to see a retracement to take out the longs on pretty much everything. So yeah, that's all I have for today, guys. Let's see if we can get something.
Thank you so much, Angel. Okay, let me just open this. Still wandering around that euro US dollar trade, so just a second. Also, I just checked the gold, and we're pushing higher. So it looks like someone's going to go bold.
Yeah. Well, last week I did say it's a possible double bottom on gold.
Yeah.
And
so probably.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, we've clearly had stops triggered to the upside here. There are a lot of stops on shorts at around, that zone above from 44,000 towards sort of 40.50, and then we've triggered higher. So we're now starting to take a bit of structure. If we pull back and hold, I'll look at buying dips without a shadow of doubt. Because look at the weekly; it's looking like a nice.
Do you want to go long on it?
Yeah, I might go long.
Okay, interesting.
What if this doesn't prove to be a fake out? Then I'll look to go long.
It's like if we close in the daily in this way, it actually looks good for tomorrow to look for a pullback and inspect.
Definitely.
Yeah, if you look at this daily candle right here, guys, we are actually disrespecting the gap from the left, right? So if we have this huge close right here, we can expect tomorrow then the daily candle to open, trade lower, right? Rebalance the previous daily candle, and the next candle we could see then tomorrow bullish.
Oh, Jake.
Yeah.
Sorry, Andrew. I forgot. To be fair,
I
did say it's going to come. I did when we put a bet on it. I did say it's going to come down first of all, didn't I? Early in the week, I did. I said but you said as well it's coming down to 3.8.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that I did say that we're going to create a new lower, and then possibly go up.
But it's broken out. It's not even created the low. It's just double bottom.
Yeah. I was very surprised because I was very short about that lower low, and we were at around 4,000, I think, a little bit below 4,000, and we were going down. And I said, okay, we're gonna create a new low, and then we bounced towards the upside. And from nowhere, just the bullish momentum came, and now we're up again. So
But yeah, you won that bet really because. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be going up anytime soon. I thought we were going to come all the way down to sort of 3.5, 3.6 before the bulls came back. But
to be honest, it was caused by the dollar's bearish momentum, which I did not predict. It wasn't like gold itself. It was caused by the dollar. So wasn't really expecting that either. So I thought we're gonna stay below 4,000 for a while before going up.
Same.
It is what it is. So I don't know if I'll be going for longs. Matter of fact, if the structure remains, probably. But I don't see if the dollar will come back with its momentum. I don't think there's gonna be like some important and also some crazy push towards the upside. You do think that we're gonna go above 4.13 or 4.2 somewhere to that level?
Well, what today?
No, not today. Like generally, in upcoming days, weeks.
4.3.
Yeah, 4.2. 4.2, 4.3. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I mean. That we're hunting for a gap fill. If you look on a weekly, 1, 2, 3 weeks ago, we gapped lower, didn't we, on the US and China trade truce? So it looks like we're going to try and fill that gap. If we fill that gap, we're gone. We're going to higher. We're going to go to 4.5K.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're actually rejecting a nice gap on the weekly time frame right here. Actually, you see, guys, this gap. We have a rejection. Look at this candle. Look at this candle. And look at this momentum right here on this weekly candle that is coming in. It's just after this rejection, it's actually really interesting, something to keep an eye on it. But on the daily time frame, we have a gap right here from where we can see a rejection. So let's say we have longs today and tomorrow, and then everyone is trapped on the Wednesday trying to long, and we have a rejection, and then we drop lower. So this gap is something to keep in mind, but it's also a nice target for intraday trading. So if we go to the hourly, I want to see then. It's been a long time. Okay, so I want to see some sort of retracement right here to the 50, at least the 50%, which is this 50% also matches with this gap right here. So if we have some sort of rejection or wicks from this retracement, then we can just look up for the high. This one looks good, at least until that gap. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Man, like Angel becoming a gold. Angel, you're really sort of tapping into gold at the moment. Are you going to start trading it? Or
yeah,
what?
I mean, as I told you guys, I'm going to wait until I see rejection from the gap on the daily and weekly time frame, because pretty much the price was on a range. It's been on a range in the last 2 weeks. But now that we have a rejection from the gap and we have a confirmation, we can easily and safely look for longs on the lower time frame, at least until it's the most obvious targets. In this case, it's that daily gap, because if we want to see the price trading lower again, I will want to see then the price tapping into this gap. So actually, if I see a retracement back here, then it looks really good. It looks super, super good.
Yeah, man.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I think I've got it all from me as well. Do you have anything else, Ken, or are you good to go for today?
Sir. All good, sir.
Perfect. All right. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Ken, for providing analysis. Just so you know, guys, the chat that we are going to, or at least me, I'm going to go live on Discord tomorrow as well. If I haven't found any trades with the new account that I'm trading now at the 8, I'll be probably sharing all of them on Discord. So you're also invited if you want to, Ken and Angel, but definitely I'll be there. So thank you guys for analysis, and I'll see you again soon on here on YouTube on the stream.
Yeah, man.
Perfect.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Take care, guys.
Have a great trading week.
Guys. Have a good one.
Enjoy. Bye-bye.